Hi everyone, this is Alicia Matos. I am the author of The Tuning Project and the Next Generation Teachings from Restoring the Latter House. And I also wrote a piece of music. Now I would like to give you some history on it. It's supposed to be spelled with the extra E. I posted it free on the internet. I haven't been able to post a picture of the the flute part with the accompaniment for the guitar and the piano, although I did post it as a different kind of file. I can't remember what it was, but if you want it, shoot me a message and I'll send it to you free. It's for anyone. It's supposed to be spelled with the extra E. Why? Well, when I was in 7th grade, this song just came to mind and I started playing it. I don't know why, but I had never heard a song like this before, and I played it, and I was kind of surprised, and I memorized it. I had it in my mind for some reason. And I named it Joeseph because at that point in my life, I was really missing my older brother, Joeseph, who I hadn't seen in a very long time. And one day, after me praying to be able to see him again, I actually got to play the song for him. So, yeah. Haven't seen him in a while now, but that's the background of the story. Now, in the actual sheet music, there is a lot of fermatas over all of these notes. Fermatas is that little upside down C with a dot in the middle. For people who are kind of new to music or playing music, that means that you hold the note for as long as you want to or until the conductor cuts you off. Now, since you don't have a conductor, but you don't want to be holding it on for eternity and you don't want to make it too short, you kind of want to know how long to hold it. I'm going to show you how long to hold it, or to at least give you an idea of how expressive it should be. You're going to have to listen by ear. That's kind of what I did. I didn't read it off of a piece of music the first time. I just listened to it and I kind of grasped onto it. That's what you have to do as a musician. So I'm going to play it for you, then give you a couple tips. Back up a little bit so that it doesn't make the thing sound funny. Okay. that was Joeseph. There was one last note at the end that went bow, and I don't know why it did that. I may have to check the screws on my flute. Then again, I haven't picked it up for 2 weeks. So this isn't based on tuning. This is not based on tone. It's based on how to hold out the length of the notes. The pauses in between weren't accurate, but they could be if you want them to be. If you want to be expressive like that and instead just fade out of the notes and then lead into that long pause, it creates a real suspense for whoever you're playing it for, and people will really like that. To be more expressive, be sure on the really low notes that they come out really deep and really clear. How to do that? What you want to do is you want to roll out the head joint of your flute a little bit. A lot of times when a flute plays, they play so quiet, and that's not what you want here. This is your moment. This is your solo. Even on the low notes, make it sound like surround sound, kind of deep. You know that you get a deep feeling when you play an instrument and it just rattles you inside, kind of like a surround sound does. Get that rattling, get that deep sound inside of you, okay? So make sure, roll it out a little bit if you're having trouble. It takes a little practice. It's not a really difficult song. It's actually kind of easy. What else? Oh, vibratos. If you want it to be expressive in a different way or make it more expressive, here's what you can do. I use a really fast vibrato compared to what some people would want. What you can do is you can use a slower vibrato, or you can slow down the vibrato as you go, or sometimes you can use a slow vibrato and you can use no vibrato if you want to on some notes that you're holding at the end. It creates a real suspense, and then it goes into silence. It drives the audience crazy, whoever you may be playing it for. What do I mean by vibrato for people who are new to playing instruments? Okay, vibrato, I'll show you the difference. The first one is without vibrato, the second is with vibrato. Now with vibrato. It's that ba-da-da-da, bow-wow-wow-wow-wow-wow. That's supposed to happen. Some flutes do that instantly, and they're like, that kind of sounds weird. So they stop doing it. I'm like, no, don't stop doing it unless you're in marching band season. Then you don't want to play vibrato because you want to be as much in tune as you can. And how do you do that? You have to use your diaphragm in your belly. My belly's under the table. So you have to use your diaphragm for the vibrato if you're a flute. Trumpets or some kind of other instrument, they don't use their diaphragm. They have to use their lips for any kind of vibrato that they do, which is really difficult. But okay. Lastly, piano and guitar accompaniment. This is a really expressive piece. There's a lot of fermatas over a lot of notes, and it's kind of really hard to determine when to go forward unless the flute player makes it really clear to you. So here's how the flute can help. The flute is supposed to be the main instrument here. That's it. That's why the other instruments are just accompaniments. What you can do is the flute can kind of direct a little bit by moving in forward or moving the end, going like, okay, now let's go. Okay, now let's go. You can do a little, or it doesn't even have to be that big. It can just be like that. But you have to be watching. You have to practice with one another and really get used to each other. I feel like I'm giving advice to newbies. Yeah. I think that has to be it. If you have any questions or you would like all of the sheet music, by all means, contact me. I'll put a way for you to contact me on a link somewhere, probably in the description. And I'll give you the sheet music free. That includes the piano part and the guitar part and the flute part, all of it. You can do what you want. Just make sure that, of course for copyright purposes, that I didn't pay on. that you use it for the purpose intended, which means play it nicely. And don't add your own backstory to it because it's mine. Okay, well, shalom. Have a very blessed day. Bye. Come on, where's the button?